No one dares to fight professional fighters because when it comes to combat, they are good at it. But there are some fighters with whom you wouldn't think of messing with at all. These fighters are extremely good at what they do. They are undefeatable. Without wasting any more time, let's start talking about the inexorable. Number 9. Errol Spence. Here comes another fierce fighter to whom you shouldn't think of getting in his way. We're talking about Errol Spence Jr., a 147-pound world champion. He took his first step into boxing at the age of 15 under the guidance of his father. He is the fighter where no one has been able to stand against him. Do you know that fun fact? He doesn't have much experience in long-lasting bouts. It's because his opponents don't last for long, and he takes them in the early rounds of the match. He will finish the match without even some viewers making it up to their seats. In 2008, he won the Amateur Boxing Association World Championship, and in the next following 3 years, the U.S. National Amateur Championship. He became professional in 2012 by taking out Jonathan Garcia, and from then, he became unstoppable and made a perfect record. He's fought over 21 matches with no loss and no draw with 21 KOs. He hasn't lost a single match till now, and that is what makes him special. Number 8. Teofimo Lopez. We have another great boxer down the ring that is none other than the 24-year-old Teofimo Lopez, also known as The Takeover and El Brooklyn. His stance is also the most occupied orthodox. In June 2021, he was ranked 5th as the best active pound-to-pound boxer. He's also ranked 5th by the Boxing Writers Association of America, 10th by TBRB, and 7th by Ring. He has successfully secured some of the biggest titles like the World Boxing Association Super World Light title, International Boxing Federation World Light title, and World Boxing Organization World Light title. He's fought over 16 matches and has secured victory in each one of them. He won 12 of them by direct knockout and TKO. Let me tell you a fun fact. He's achieved all this at just the age of 24. Number 7. Alexander Volkanovski. MMA has never seen anyone like Alexander Volkanovski. He has striking accuracy of 55% that is more than pretty good. He's 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs around 145 pounds. He's fought over 24 matches and won 23 of them. KO includes 11 wins, 3 by submission, 9 by decision, and has only lost 1 match by knockout. But that is not the only thing that makes him special and desirable. He has extraordinary reach of 71 inches, which makes sure no rival gets away from him. He currently holds the UFC featherweight title from 2014, and no rival has been able to take it away from him. He also used to hold the Australian Fighting Championship AFC. In September 2021, he was ranked number 3 in the UFC men's pound-to-pound rankings. Number 6. Israel Adesanya. Next up comes Israel Adesanya. I'm sure you were impressed by Volkanovski. We'll meet up another great player with a great record. Volkanovski has a reach of 71 inches. This ninja right here can easily go for 81 inches. He's not only a mixed martial artist, but also has a history in kickboxing and professional boxing. In boxing, he's only fought around 6 matches and has lost only 1 of them. He has a great kickboxing record with 80 matches and 75 wins. 29 wins were by way of knockout and only lost 5 of the total matches. Now it's time to discuss the MMA record. He's fought over 22 times and lost only once, where the total wins by KO were 15. He's also the UFC middleweight champion and a former kickboxing title Glory middleweight championship. Number 5. Big Show. We can't make a good list until we add up a giant beast, right? So next up comes the big show. Well, some of you may know his real name is Paul Donald White II, and some of you may not, but now you know. He has a great history of victories in WWE, plus he's also an actor. WCW. He also holds the WCW World Heavyweight Championship twice. He is the only wrestler who owns all of the 4 WCW World Heavyweight Championship, WWE Championship, WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and ECW World Heavyweight Championship titles. He also owns several titles in WWE. Number 4. Jon Jones. It's time to meet the number 2 UFC Men's Pound for Pound champion, Jon Jones. Now, he might not have a figurative image because he is so violent and a sociopath, but his fighting resume is unmatched. He's a professional American MMA fighter, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighs around 205 pounds. In professional MMA, he's fought over 28 matches and won around 26 of them, 10 by KO, 6 by submission, and 10 by decision. Till this point, he has only lost 1 match. His regular rival is the infamous Dominic Reyes. He currently holds UFC Light Heavyweight Champion, which he has defended around 3 times by now. Number 3. Tyson Fury. When it comes to the best fighter you don't want to mess with, how can we forget Tyson Fury? Ultimately defeating Deontay Wilder in 2020 made him secure his reputation as one of the greatest boxers in history. Although he had started his professional boxing career in 2008, he was so good at fighting even before that. He has made some of the greatest wins against the most furious fighters in the boxing world. The first major takedown was John McDermott, then he won the big titles like European, WBO, International, and British heavyweight titles. This is how his ultimate boxing started to get on the verge. But let's talk about his toughest fights, which makes him enter this ring of toppers. The dude was with no other but Gypsy King. They had a total of 2 fights together. In the first match, they played a brutal match, and on the last stage, however, Gypsy King recovered from a vicious takedown performed by Fury. That match ended up a draw, so there was going to be a rematch. But the last fight was even more ruthless, and Fury secured his victory. He hasn't lost a single match till now. He fought a total of 31 matches, with 30 wins of the total, with 21 by KO, and the only match ended a draw. Number 2. Kamaru Usman. Finally, it's time to meet the best of the MMA fighters who is unbeatable. We are talking about Kamaru Usman. He holds several records in MMA and freestyle wrestling. He's about 6 feet tall and weighs around 170 pounds. He has a reach of 76 inches, which is a bit normal for the reputation he holds. In MMA, he has fought around 20 times and won 19 fights. The only loss was through submission, where he also won 9 matches by knockout. In the former wrestling, he held the title of NCAA Division II National Champion. His fans know him as the Nigerian Nightmare. No one stands a chance to stand against him. In UFC, he holds a winning streak of 18 fights overall. Number 1. Canelo Alvarez. We are still missing the king of boxing, right? Canelo has built up an impressive and successful up to this point. He has fought over 59 matches and won 56 of them. Among the 59 matches, 38 were won by KO, and 2 of the matches ended up a draw. Even at this point of 59 matches, he has only lost a single match. He is another name of insanity. He is currently holding the titles of Unified WBA, WBA Ring Magazine, Lineal Middleweight Champion, and WBO Super Middleweight Champion. He has earned these titles from the champions of champions like Miguel Cotto in November 2015. Golovkin, who has shown a great time being the rival of Alvarez, also can stand against this king. To make even a great history than this, he went after Sergey Kovalev in 2019 and became the 4-division world champion. This was all of it today. Kindly comment on which fighter did you like the most on our list. Press the like button if you adored our video and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos.